Welcome back to Tales from the Vale. Tonight, we journey to the kingdom of Ethel, a land draped in perpetual twilight and ruled by the enigmatic King Valerius. His reign began not with conquest or inheritance, but with a chilling bargain. Long ago, Ethel was dying. A creeping blight consumed the fields, and famine gnawed at the people. The old king watched his kingdom crumble, powerless. It was then that Valerius, a man of no noble birth but of immense, unspoken ambition, ventured into the Whispering Peaks, a place shunned by all. Legends said an ancient, primordial entity slumbered there, a being of immense power and insatiable hunger. Valerius found it, not a monster of fang and claw, but a presence, a formless shadow that pulsed with cold energy in the heart of a cavern. It spoke not in words, but in thoughts that burrowed directly into his mind. It promised to restore Ethel, to make the land lush and its people fed for a price. A tithe, not of gold, but of life. The entity demanded a single soul each year on the night of the winter solstice, a sacrifice to feed its endless hunger. In return, the blight would recede, and Ethel would prosper as never before. Valerius, seeing the skeletal faces of his starving countrymen in his mind, accepted the pact. He returned not as a madman from the mountains, but as a savior. As he walked back into the capital, the gray, withered fields behind him stirred with life, turning a vibrant green. The rain began to fall, clean and pure. The people, astonished and desperate, hailed him as a miracle worker. The old king, frail and broken, gladly abdicated the throne. King Valerius's reign began. For years, Ethel flourished. The harvests were bountiful, the storehouses full. The kingdom became a beacon of prosperity in a harsh world. But every year, as the winter solstice approached, a shadow would fall over the king's heart. The Crimson Lottery was his invention, a somber, kingdom-wide drawing. Every citizen was entered. It was presented as a great honor, a chance to rejoin the soil and bless the kingdom for another year. The people, fat and happy, accepted this grim tradition as the price of their paradise. Valerius, however, bore the true weight. He alone knew he wasn't sending a soul to a peaceful rest, but feeding it to a timeless horror. He would personally escort the chosen one to a hidden altar deep within the castle, a place connected by unseen channels to the entity in the mountains. He would watch as their life force was drawn from them, a silent, invisible stream flowing to the distant peaks. He never looked away. It was his penance. Decades passed. Valerius did not age. The entity's power sustained him, making him a permanent fixture on the throne he'd built. But his eyes grew older, holding the ghosts of every soul he'd sacrificed. He was a prisoner of his own success, bound to his throne by the very prosperity he had created. He had saved his people from starvation, only to become the shepherd who led one of his flock to the slaughter year after year. And so he sits, the eternal king in his twilight kingdom, a ruler beloved by all, yet utterly alone with his monstrous secret. His throne was not built of gold or stone, but of a terrible, gnawing hunger, both the kingdoms and the entities. And as the next solstice draws near, he wonders which hunger is the more terrifying. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this tale, please like and subscribe for more stories from Beyond the Veil.